This is the Transformers universe, more than meets the eye G1 reissue Optimus Prime, a 25th anniversary release to celebrate 25 years since the 1984 G1 series. This guy is just perfect for any Optimus Prime fan, and he brings so much nostalgia to my collection, so by all means, let's unveil him and roll out. What's up, Alfonso Nation? Alfonso Peterman here today. Welcome one and all to a special edition episode of Teletraan Reviews. This is a way back episode where we go back in time to take a look at one of the 2009 releases of the G1 reissue Optimus Prime. Before we get into that, I want to give a giant shout out to the Toy Room in Lafayette for sponsoring this video and providing this figure for review. Thankfully, this guy had one of these beautiful nostalgic figures in his stock, and I was able to finally get one for my collection. If you're unfamiliar with the Toy Room, they have a lot of amazing things, a lot of nostalgic figures. I talk about them all the time, and I go there all the time for toy hunts, so I have their information in the description box below in case you want to stop by or give them a call. This thing is a powerhouse of nostalgia, especially for somebody like me who's in love with Optimus Prime and his influence in the entire Transformers universe. So here we go, we're going to take a look at the packaging. The packaging is actually really nice, it's very nostalgic. This is how the packagings used to look. This is what I remember, and it really brings back memories to that Revenge of the Fallen era, where this is kind of like the same color scheme and the overall vibe that the packagings gave. You have Transformers Universe, and you have Optimus Prime looking just beautiful and thick with 2 C's. Amazing. I love the little like vortex or the tunnel, whatever that is. It's awesome. I'm assuming it's probably like a time thing since it's like a 25th anniversary. At the top you have 25th years, 1984 to 2009. At the bottom you have like the comic that is actually comes with a comic, batteries included. You got the G1 series comic and DVD included, Optimus Prime. I do not have the comic and DVD inside. It didn't come with that, but so I don't have that to show off, but it's okay. I don't really care. Transformers Universe 25, beautiful. I mean, they really just like had beautiful packaging back in the day. 1984, the Transformers robots stormed into televisions, comic shops, and toy aisles worldwide and changed forever. How we thought about action figures, it created a craze that has lasted for a quarter of a century. I agree. Through dozens of permutations, our world has expanded beyond the mundane fantasies of action heroes and fashion idols to include an endless universe populated by unstoppable metal giants, vicious alien tyrants, and monstrous planet eaters from the beginning of time. From then on, we lived in the world that was more than meets the eye. Oh, I love that. On the back, you have him obviously displayed in his robot and alt mode, and it has the trailer configurations, as most packagings do. There's even more explanations about Optimus Prime. I'm not going to read all that, but you can pause the video and check it out. You also have an Autobot shield, which we're going to show off in a moment, which I just love, because you could literally put it anywhere. It's amazing. So this actually does come with a lot of great things, given the fact that this was something that was released long ago. I'm really shocked that everything looks as good as it does. I mean, this really has that G1 Optimus Prime aesthetic, and it just looks amazing, so I just can't wait to show this off. And on the other side, you just got some comics there and some other like images of it. Relive the excitement of the groundbreaking TF movie, and that's pretty much all to it. Now, the last part of the packaging I want to show off is really awesome. I'm glad they did this. If you take this, you pull it up, it's actually Velcro, and you got more beautiful stuff, you know, art on this side, Autobot leader, robots in disguise. But at the bottom here, if you flip it up here, you actually have a comic. It's like a 1-in-4 issue limited series Transformers G1 comic. I actually never owned a comic before, so it's actually really awesome that this comes with that. I've never taken it out either, so it actually comes with that inside of the packaging, which I think is an amazing touch to this overall package that you get. But that pretty much does it with the packaging. It's amazing, but it is only the beginning. By all means, let's go ahead and take a look at the main event. Dun 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 dun, you got the touch, dun 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 dun, you got the power, boom, dun 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 dun, yeah, dun 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 dun. Guys, check him out. Here we have the G1 reissue Optimus Prime out of the packaging and ready to roll. Guys, this is a particularly amazing figure, and I'm really excited because this, again, is my first G1 reissue Optimus Prime. I never owned the original G1 design or the G1 mold or none of the original G1 figures, so it's amazing. It's just amazing to have something that just has such an ancient feel to it. This is extremely impressive, given the actual mold and design that this is inspired by. This is extremely impressive. Like, whoa. So this is the G1 Optimus Prime in his alt mode. He has the beautiful trailer. This is a phenomenal figure, giving you guys a close look. Look at the grille. You got that beautiful shiny chrome with the headlights. You got the windows. I mean, everything is awesome. That nice silver stripe goes across Autobot logo. You got the smokestacks. You got these beautiful pieces here. I mean, the truck overall, given the fact that this is inspired from the original G1 mode, is exceptionally well done, and it's a beautiful reissue. I love also that the tires are actually rubber. They are literally made of rubber. You can actually tell from the pieces that are kind of stuck in them. The little debris. It's amazing. This is literally made of rubber tires. Obviously, this is based off of the original G1, so there's not going to be a lot of engineering that goes into this in terms of transformation and in terms of kibble storage and management. But the fact that this still looks beautiful and accurate, given the time that it was released, is very impressive. This is the trailer. The trailer looks absolutely exceptional. Like, I can't believe this thing looks so nice. You got the beautiful classic blue and silver stripes. I like how it does go up just like it's supposed to. Autobot logo there. It is made of plastic. You do actually have the trailer hitch, the trailer stand, I guess you can call it, like the hitches that you can actually extend outwards. It also has rubber tires, nice black pieces at the bottom. Now, this is made of plastic, and it does seem to be quite fragile because of the obvious timing that it was released. I'm just so incredibly happy to have a G1 reissue figure. Like, this is fantastic. In addition to the actual robot and the trailer, you get this Autobot logo piece, which I think is an amazing touch. They didn't have to do this at all. They could have went with the comic, the CD, and some stickers and be finished. But they wanted to take it an extra mile, and they got this Autobot piece here. It has the gray plastic on the side, the red paint on the logo itself. This top piece is a button, and you've got speakers in the middle because, yes, it does spit sound effects. It spits the bars of the nostalgic 1984 series. On the back, you got the beautiful 25 in silver. That's just so awesome. What I love about this piece, just in general, is that it is dynamic with what you want to do with it. It has options. You can take this clip piece and you can actually just sit it on a desktop like that, and it will just have, like a nice little Autobot piece you can display with a figure, or with this particular figure here, or you can pull it upwards like that, and then you can actually clip it onto your belt. It's a belt clip as well. That's so freaking cool. But the best part, the absolute best part of this, is the sound effects. You have literal Transformer sound effects. Check it out.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. I am Optimus Prime. Autobots, transform and roll out. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
So that's pretty much all of the sound effects, and yes, Peter Cullen is in this piece. Now you know I'm not gonna leave this home. This is coming with me. I might even put it in my car. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but this is awesome. He has the beautiful sound effects, and you can also convert it into a table piece to just kind of sit it there and display with the figure. I think that's an amazing touch. Alongside with that, you do have the sticker pack. Now, I didn't apply any of the stickers yet, but you got like the Autobot logo, you got the different mechanical or like the digital pieces there, and you obviously have a guide onto where to place them. You have they're all numbered, and there are instructions that comes with it to show you where to place them at. I haven't placed them yet. I'm probably not going to place all of these. I want one of these Autobot logos to go on another figure, so I'm probably going to only use one Autobot logo for the top of his alt mode there. That's what I assume it's for. But I'm glad that they do come with the sticker piece. I probably can expect this to be a very, very difficult to place. Sticker placement is kind of like notably going to be a challenge, especially with a lot of these figures and the figures that we've gotten in the past. So yeah, I would exercise a lot of caution and be very delicate with these guys. I don't know how weak they are, so I can't really speak to it just yet. Turning now to the trailer. This is a beautiful piece to add to Optimus Prime's character. If you turn to the back, the trailer does open from the top. It does have like a clip, and it clips off the sides, and then you see the back. It actually opens up into the ramp just like that, and you can close it back. For the trailer hitches, you can basically pull them outwards, pull this outwards, and it'll stand. Now it still kind of has like a little bit of a lean, but you can kind of position it however you want to. But of course the biggest feature of the trailer is to convert the trailer. And so when you take this out, he does come with his blaster. I'll show that off in a minute. All you do is split it apart like a crab. And it just unveils the beautiful trailer station. And so this is the fantastic configuration of the station mode for the trailer. Beautiful stuff. We've seen this obviously with the newer figures, but this is a more nostalgic, more fragile, dated version of it, but it's still awesome. He does obviously come with Rover. I'm going to hit the tab in the back here, and it's going to release Rover. He just ejects and drives out. That's freaking awesome. Here we have Rover. Now he has plastic tires. He's got like the gas pump with the extendable little gas nozzle there. You got the pump. You can actually remove this whole thing here, and you can add, like for example, if you want to add the blaster in its place, you can do that, where he's like, assisting Prime or transporting the Prime blaster to him. I have the gas pump on him. He is hollow beneath, which is not consistent with the other newer versions, but again, this is the dated version. This is what they originally came looking like. He does have this giant piece here. This is like the station with the converting arm, and the arm comes out like that. He has the two missiles that are inside. If you hit this little black piece on the side, the missile shoots out, and the same on the other side. What I love also is that in case you lose a missile, you get 2 extras, so you get 4 total. That's awesome, because, missiles can be lost. You got this piece here, it comes out, and then the claw piece expands out, for the repairs that you can perform with Prime. And then obviously this part comes up too, and rotates as well. So you have the full range of motion with this particular piece also. I do believe this piece here comes up, yep, it does open up. Just exercise a lot of caution. It opens up. You can put, if you have like anybody to put in there, you can put someone in there, and then you can fold this back in, and just like that, and just like that. Very nice piece. Taking a closer look at the trailer itself, you've got these beautiful stickers. It's very G1 and very 1980s vibe. I can definitely tell this is something that is intentionally dated. And you have this spring-loaded release for Rover, and I do like that as well. If you want to, you can also display Optimus Prime on the inside of it like that. He doesn't lock in, but if you want to have him driving out of the repair bay, you can definitely do that. Obviously, you can take this entire trailer, stand it up for Optimus Prime in his robot mode. I would probably take Rover out of there at this point. But if you wanted to just, expand this outwards and use this as a station for Optimus Prime in his robot mode, you can definitely do that. And if you do it that way, it looks awesome. He has his turret system, and he can also get repairs from it. Now obviously Optimus Prime would have to be in his robot mode for this configuration to be complete. So without further ado, let's transform Optimus Prime. His transformation is actually simple, very simple, extremely overly simple. So I have no problem showing it. You basically come to the back here, and you can split these, and you just kind of pull these out. This all comes out, and then you just kind of finesse this out as well. There we go. So that way the arms kind of fold outwards, and then you can take this entire section and then you can straighten it out like this. Beautiful, beautiful. Put the arms down, flip out his head. His head will lock into this little piece here, and then come to the legs, fold out the feet, and you're literally like 90% done. It's very simple. Now, I have his actual hands on the inside of his chest. You can just, actually you might have to move the head back a little bit. Might have to unlock this to get the hands out. Yep, there you go. The hands come out. And you can fold it back and then lock this back. Make sure it snaps into place. Like that. And the hands simply just peg into his wrist. The wrist holes that he has there. And that's all to it. Here you have the G1 Optimus Prime fully transformed and ready to roll. This is just such a full-on nostalgic piece. Like, if I've ever seen it, like, this is it. You know, like, this has a nice weight to it. You know, the actual material here for the legs, beautiful material. It's very heavy, very sturdy. But of course, it is a G1 version, so it's not going to have all the full range of motion, all the transformation steps, and not a full 100% accuracy. But it is just such a blast from the past. Like, this is really, really amazing. The wrists do rotate all the way around. You may not need to. They do come permanently with the giant pegs there for the blaster. Not my favorite thing, but it's G1. You peg it in, and that's pretty much all to it. The blaster barely stays in because of this handle here. It does kind of interfere, so it's very easy to pull out. I don't know if I am doing it incorrectly, but I believe you just kind of peg it there, and then you peg his arm in, and then that's just kind of how it goes. Yeah, you see, it's not gonna stay in very well. Maybe I'm doing it a certain way, but it does stay in if you just peg it like that, and you don't really touch it too much. So there you go. Just to show off the blaster has some nice molding and some nice little detail into it. It is pretty hollow, pretty light, and it's not that large. It does have the nice detailing on the handle, so I do like that a lot. And it's all black, solid all black, so very cool. To show off the articulation of Optimus Prime, there isn't much. His arm does go all the way around. It doesn't come out, but it does straighten out. It does bend at a 90-degree angle, and his legs do not come forward at all, but they do go back. Obviously, that's part of the transformation, but they do come to a bend. So the knees can bend, and the feet obviously can pivot, and there is no waist articulation at all, and there's no head articulation at all. That's about the most you can do with him. He's not really someone to display with, you know, tons. Oh wait, actually, you know what? There's more. You can actually rotate these back. Yep, just like the transformation. So, with the exception of that, there's not much more articulation that can be done with him. He's kind of just a stand-up straight kind of figure, but I still love him, and I love him so very much. But overall, this is just a very beautiful package. It comes with such nostalgia. It really brings you back, and I personally was never born during the 1980s series, so I never knew what it was like to actually experience it on the big screen or experience the series for myself. But from what I see, you know, the impact that Transformers has had on adults, you know, in this day and age, being such fans, and this kind of, you know, appearance, bringing them back to that childhood moment, I can relate to it because I have, you know, I started with the 2000 series and, you know, the Bayformers and, of course, Transformers Prime. So I can imagine what Transformers Prime does to me is what G1 does to a lot of the older fans, and I'm just such honored. I'm honored to have something like this, of this magnitude, because of how much significance it holds to the overall genre of Transformers. This is where it all began, guys. This is where the origin of Transformers started. You know, we wouldn't be here where we are today without the amazing start and the amazing ideas of the writers and the imagination of the people of that time. So it's an honor to have a figure that represents Optimus Prime from that generation, and you know, something that I can have and keep and hold and cherish for my collection. for the generations to come. So I'm extremely, extremely pleased to have something like this, and it really means a lot to me, especially given the fact that this is not only the origin of Transformers, but this is the origin of Optimus Prime, which is my favorite character, and he's the heart and soul of my appreciation for this franchise, and I'm just pleased to have something like this to represent the beginning of Optimus Prime and the origin of Prime and Transformers that led to where we are today, that inspires so many young people today and will continue for many generations. So anyways, guys, I didn't expect that to hit home like that. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this Teletraan review. There's not much else to show besides what I showed today, and I'm really very happy. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like on it, and big shout out to the Toy Room once again for sponsoring this video and allowing me to have such amazing, beautiful pieces here. That's pretty much all for today. I'm going to make this short and sweet, so thank you for watching. This is your Teletraan reviewer, and I will catch you guys in the next one, till all are one.